Alright, I'm back on the 1934 GE Model M51. And in this episode, I'm just going to work on the cabinet because I'm still waiting for all the parts and capacitors that I've ordered to arrive. It's going to take about a month. First thing I notice is this. That's going to need to go. I don't know where I'm going to get a new one of these. I'll probably cut out a piece of old plastic or something and just make this, because that is warped and that is shrunken. That's not going back in there. I'm going to remove this thing, this little, whatever you want to call it here. I'm going to remove this. What the fuck? That's a little sussy. And it's an imposter. I'm going to sand it all down, all the sides. And then I also noticed this is separating right here, this crack. I'm going to need to glue that back together. And I'm also going to need to put some glue maybe around here. There's a crack down there. And there's some cracks down there. I'm going to need to put some glue on those. And then I'm going to stain. Well, and here it is, with just the sides sanded and the top. It looks pretty, it looks much better than before. The point of this is not to make it absolutely perfect, it's just to make it look presentable, because before the finish was all like this. So this is going to look much better. I tried my best to sand it up good. I just need to do the front. I'm going to do that later. I'm going to need to do this front, which is also kind of had some scratches on it. I'm going to need to take out the screws and this thing. Alright, I have removed the 4 fancy screws and the little cover here. There's another one under there, and it's held on with 2 nails. I'm not going to take it off. I'm not going to take this out either, because this grill cloth is just held in with a piece of cardboard. Ancient cardboard that's probably going to get all torn up if I try to take it out, because it's held in with nails. So I'm just going to leave it in place and just sand the front. Alright, at last, the entire thing has been sanded. I did take off that little thing from the front. It's looking pretty good. I still got to clean it off. It's really dusty. And then I have got these here from an old project. Okay. I bought these to refinish another old radio. Some varnish and some stain. I'm going to use those on this after I just clean it up a bit more. It's still really dusty. Well, here it is with the stain on it, and all I can say is, boy, does that look good. Now we know what this is supposed to look like, and it's not all baked and ruined. It looks really nice. All I need to do now is let it dry, and then I'll put on the lacquer. Alright, I'm going to start the recap of this 1934 GE here. I've ordered all the capacitors and stuff for it. I'm just going to start replacing these filter capacitors and then the grid coupling capacitor, because I think that's where some of the problems are coming from. Alright, I've replaced the open resistor and the 2 filter capacitors and this one capacitor that goes from the plate to the screen grid of the audio output tube. And now I'm going to just power it up and make sure it still works. Alright, it's working, of course, because I checked and double checked everything before I turned it on. B plus is at 350 volts. That's good. Volume is nice and loud, except the speaker is bad or something. I gotta figure that out. That's gonna be the hardest part of this. The speaker's bad, but it works. Tone control. Oh, what the? What did that do? Yeah, there's a bad connection in there.
So let's say today's program. And the answer. Before, but still, it is a clearance that now no longer back.
Helping make the world a better by using our technology for good.
That aching heart. For 0.5% or 24 points, and the Nasdaq with the big
Works good. All right. Now while it's playing, of course, I'm going to measure the voltage across all the capacitors so I know which ones have high voltage across them, because those ones need to get replaced. So I'm going to just measure across all of them and put a dot or an X on each one that's bad. Alright, I've checked most of them, and I'm amazed these haven't shorted out. This is like 300 volts on it. This one's bad. There's one down in here. That one's bad. This one here has 180 volts on it. That one's bad. These ones are all good, and so are these ones. They're still good because they have low voltage. They must be like cathode bypass or something. Tasty. Does anyone want a vintage capacitor loaf? Can't even read that. What does that say? 66398. That means nothing. It's got like tar poured in the end. It's amazing to me these things aren't all shorted if they're all like this. Ooh, deluxe. Ooh, it's starting to feel tarry and gross. It's all sticky. Alright, I've replaced 2 more capacitors. These are RF filter capacitors. They just go from B plus to ground, basically, to filter off noise. And I'm going to power it up again and see if it works. Alright, it's working. I also hooked up an external speaker just to prove that the speaker is the problem. It's not the tube is weak. So, yeah. This speaker's distorted. This speaker is not distorted. So, something's up with this. I don't know what it is, but it's not rubbing, but I don't know what the problem is with it. Maybe it's just warped. I think it's warped a little. And here is playing some period correct music on it. Direct output from this straight into there. The distorted speaker is the worst of it. Well, there you have it. It's working. I got it working. I replaced a lot of the capacitors. There's still a few more that need to go. This one and this one back hidden in there. And I also could not find the grid coupling capacitor for the audio output tube.
This is the grid wire. It leads back to here, and then the wire kind of disappears somewhere. So I think the capacitor is hidden under this circuit board here. That might be hard to get out. I'm going to just end the video here because part 3 will be maybe the final episode. I don't know. I still have to, I don't know, replace the capacitors, clean up the chassis a little bit, and then put a layer of varnish on this cabinet, and then maybe make a new dial cover out of some plastic, and then that'll be it. It'll look good.